This video is brought to you by EA Game Changers. Thank you so much for my copy of The Sims 4 Nifty Knitting Stuff Pack. Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and this is my early release overview of the Nifty Knitting Stuff Pack. So this stuff pack is definitely a sweet little stuff pack. I think it's a very endearing, thoughtful add-on to the game, and I don't know, I really enjoy the concept. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea or ball of yarn, but I don't know, I really like it. It's very sweet, especially for family gameplay, which a lot of you guys do. But this build here, I started out, actually I started it before I knew all that was going on with this stuff pack, and I really just wanted to build a flower shop. I was kind of like creatively, I don't know, I couldn't build, I couldn't think of what to do, and I was like, I'm just gonna do a little something good for my soul. And I started doing a flower shop. And then when Nifty Knitting released their release day, and I saw the trailer and everything that was in it, I was like, you know what, this would be a very cute, not only a flower shop but a gift shop as well. And I was thinking of who might own this shop, and I came up with this woman named Flora Perez, and she actually lives in this neighborhood. She, had her life savings poured into this little shop, and she was a very crafty lady. She's into candle making, she's into flower arranging, and all things knitwear. So she wanted to have somewhere where people could come and she could make them feel welcomed. She does wedding flowers, and there was this little broken down craftsman style home, and she fixed it up and made it a shop. There's actually a shop in my town that's very similar to this. It was blue, and it had stairs going up the side, and it's just in a neighborhood, but it's a little shop, and I thought that would be such a great idea for this part of Willow Creek. But yeah, so Flora, she actually never married. She was always super busy with her shop and working towards getting her shop in the beginning. So she didn't have any kids, she never married, but her sister had kind of a troubled life, and she has had kids, and so unfortunately things didn't go well for her son, which is Flora's nephew. So Flora ended up adopting her nephew, so she's his caregiver. And I'm hoping to, whenever the day is that I release my save file, my big save file, that they will be there. But they're both really sweet. I really want to do a house for them also. I just love her character and just how genuine of a person she is, and she cares about the community and just making it a better place. She's just that type of person. So going into her shop is like a breath of fresh air. So that's what I was going for. As you can see, it's a bit of a time jump here. I wasn't happy with the exterior, so I just kind of thought about it off camera, and I really like the lighter look to the build instead of the green and the brick and all that. And I also pulled out some stuff from debug, which took me forever. It always does. Which, by the way, I saw that there was a mod out there that I think Twisted Mexi is the one that's doing it, but they are actually working on a mod that will categorize debug, which is amazing. And I hope and pray and in my wildest dreams that the sim gurus will actually go through with something like that, because we all use debug, like all of us. It's essential, and it adds so much to the game, and you know, being able to use all those objects, but it's so difficult to sort through them, so it's all really good. But yeah, so I thought that this old little house, she would have fixed it up, she would have gutted the inside, you know, took down a bunch of walls and made her shop front, and then the back area there is like her work area, so that's where the candle maker is gonna go, another flower arranging table and some storage, and a nice little seating area for when she meets with clients to go over flower arrangements for their wedding or their whatever they need, really. Which, by the way, I would absolutely love a wedding pack, honestly. So anyway, more about this pack, which I'm sure a lot of you already know everything about this pack, but if you don't, it's not all about knitting. There's a lot that has to do with that, and what makes the pack unique is that you actually, a lot of the Create Sim items you can unlock by upping your knitting skill, and that's kind of cool. It is a little frustrating if you just want to access it by Create a Sim without having to go through the whole knitting process, and there's probably a cheat code out there with that, but that is kind of a cool aspect if you're into leveling skills and getting something out of it that you can see. Here I was trying to make one of those refrigerated displays where certain flower arrangements are kept so they last longer, but for some reason I couldn't figure out how to do it to where it made sense, and I do not have the tool mod yet, so I can't just stick flowers upright in the wall. So I ended up just nixing that idea and went for something else. But as I said before, I started working on this build before I got the pack, so I add in the nifty knitting items later, which you will see. But I did put in some placeholders just so I know like where I wanted the knitting crafting items to go. Another thing that makes this pack unique is that they added in the Plopsy online store, which is kind of cool. I have several friends who have stores on Etsy, and it's kind of like one of the go-to places for people who do crafting, so I think it's kind of cool that they added that in game. So you can go on there, make a profile, and sell your crafts on Plopsy. So that's pretty cool. Another thing they added was rocking chairs, and I think if elders sit on rocking chairs, they get the interaction or the action to reminisce about younger days and good memories, and I don't know, that is so wholesome, and I'm so happy that elders got a little bit of love in this pack. I do think that a lot of the items aren't necessarily elder specific, so I think they did a good job in that, where, you know, any age can use the crafting items, and I believe toddlers even can use it, or kids, so there's some versatility here for all ages. So that's really nice, because in previous packs they didn't or haven't really thought of the kids, or maybe they did but just weren't able to. I don't know, but I don't know, it's nice. Another important aspect to this gameplay is you can actually pass on your knowledge of knitting to other generations or those younger than you. So I think that was a really sweet aspect of the game that they added in or thought of, because it is true, like if you have someone in your family that has a skill or a trade of some kind, it is quite possible that they will pass that down to someone else in the family. I can say personally that my grandmother, she is an amazing seamstress, and when I was growing up, I was always at her house and she was always sewing something. So she really passed down that like love and appreciation for sewing, and I don't know, I think that's just a really sweet sentiment that they added into the game. Now keep in mind that this pack is a stuff pack, so it's not going to be one of those essential packs. You know, if you're not into it, then that's fine, and it's understandable, because it's definitely, you know, like I said in the beginning, not everyone's deal. Not everyone likes to play family gameplay, so that's okay. But I do think it does add something to the game, and I do think that it's a good stuff pack in that way in its own right. I really enjoyed combing through all of the plants and adding them into the store. I think this is one of my favorite stores that I've made. It's very intentional and cozy, I think. Not many of the stores I've made have been very cozy. So this was very fun for me to make, and definitely inspired me really to do other things, because I've been kind of in a rut, I guess, with building, and which is why I've been playing so much Animal Crossing. I'm sure if you follow me on Twitter, you've seen it. I just started a new island. My husband was the island representative, and then I kicked him off. No, he told me I could do it, so it's fine. I really enjoyed the idea of adding candles. So this is where I really thought, you know, this would be amazing to include it as a gift shop as well, like not just a flower and plant shop. So I was really happy to use the Eco Living candles there, because they're so pretty. Actually, they did really well on those. So to catch you up a little bit on what's been going on with me, I've mostly just been working a lot, and my house has been going pretty well. The family that moved in to the other unit is all moved in, and they're good. So we just have a few things to fix on our side, and then we get to do the fun stuff, which is furnishing. So I'm very excited about that. How have you guys been? I hope you all have been doing okay. I know that things are super crazy right now, and just like overwhelming and stressful, but you know, we're gonna be okay, and there is still light in this world that is left. You know what I mean? Like, there's still good in this world somewhere. No, I'm just kidding. There is. But just working with all the bright colors and the fun like patterns and little knitwear in this pack, I don't know, it made me really happy. I'm really happy that it's a thing. I can honestly say that, oh, that cactus there is knitted. My friend, one of my good friends, she does a lot of knitting and crocheting, and she actually made a knitted cactus before, and it's amazing. I tried to put these yarn balls on the shelf, but they're too small, really, and they kept slotting to the single slots on that shelf, so I was like, forget it. But yeah, this is a little seating area. I love this rug so much. The solid colors, like the plain solid colors, are very, very nice, and there's actually a door also that comes in this pack. It has little flowers on the window of the door. I think you'll see it here in a few minutes, because I was like, oh, there's a door here. That wall right there is for the restroom, so I didn't want to use that that door because it's an outside door. But there's a lot of cute things like this pegboard with a shelf with little paint tubes. I kind of imagine them as dye tubes, so that's why I put it over by the candle maker. They have these modular shelves here, which I decided to display the amazing crafted penguin and the adorable, there's a super adorable octopus. There's also a turtle that's amazing. And also, can I say, these hanging like plant basket things, they're very cute. But I did find out that you cannot sell them in the store. You can only sell them on Plopsy, which is okay. I figured she would be on Plopsy too. A lot of store owners who do this sort of thing are also selling online, so I was totally okay with that. Yeah, so I figured that these little paint tubes were like candle dye or something, or maybe fragrances. So I haven't really used the candle maker yet, but I think it's a really cool object, and I'm happy they added that in Eco Living. I was gonna go with like a more rustic sink here, but I figured the more industrial sink would lend itself better to this area here. Some color theory type things, maybe they're like notes about fragrance. A little bulletin board here. I really like how this area turned out back here. At first I wasn't sure because it's kind of a bigger area and there's not like too much going on, but I don't know. I like how it turned out. Oh, this is the door with the flowers on it. I don't know if you saw that. But it's a really cute door. But like I said, there isn't, too much that comes with this pack, but what it does come with, I think it goes with the theme very well. Here are the turtles! Aren't they so adorable? I love them so much. And I found these flower arranging books. I thought that would be cool to add down there too. Upstairs, I thought about making her apartment. Unfortunately, we can't, you can kind of get around it, but not technically. You can't have a sim live on their shop lot. But what I decided to do instead was I thought it would be cute, since she's the type of person that likes to get her community involved, and she's really, she has a really big heart for the community and teaching people arts and crafts. So I thought this would be a very cute, like, kind of teaching space where she teaches classes on certain days or on the weekends. And I don't know, I thought that would be a very cute idea and go along with her character really well. And there are these little looms that come with the pack. I put them on the table, like she just finished like teaching a class or something. I'm not sure if those are functional or not, or if they're just decorative, but they have a lot of colorways. They're very cute. So I was excited to use them. But yeah, so this is just a little like teaching space, and I ended up putting like kids crafts on one of the walls because I thought it would be kind of a nod to maybe she teaches kids on the weekends or something like that. So yeah, and this is just a check-in corner. She can talk to them before they sit down. But yeah, so that's this sweet little build of Flora's flowers and gifts. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys are hanging in there, and I will see you guys later. Bye guys.